What's up everyone, this is B522 from Some Guys on Xbox Live, back with another build and tune video for Forza Horizon 2. The car we're going to do today is the Subaru BRZ, and we're going to be building it for A class. So let's get started. So for upgrades, we'll start with the engine upgrades, and start with the air filter. You're going to put on the street intake, sport intake manifold, stock fuel system, stock ignition, race exhaust, stock cams and valves, stock valves, race engine block, stock pistons, stock oil and cooling, and stock flywheel. Go to platform and handling upgrades, start with brakes, and we're going to do race brakes, race springs and dampers, race front anti-roll bars, race rear anti-roll bars, sport chassis, and race weight reduction. Over to drivetrain. Gonna use the stock clutch. Now I use manual with clutch on my assist settings. If you just use manual, you may want to swap like the DRIVELINE upgrade for a clutch upgrade, make the shift times a little bit faster. But usually the amount of PI it adds really isn't worth the minute amount of shift time improvement you get. So I usually leave that stock. I'll put on a race transmission, sport driveline, and race differential. On to tires and rims. I'm going to put race tire compound on. Put the widest front tires and the widest rear tires. For wheels, I use the Volk RE30s. You can use any wheel you want that is the same weight. If it's a little bit light, if the wheel choice you have is a little bit lighter, you can just take one of the driveline upgrades off, and try to make the weight about the same. So you have a little bit of freedom there. And for a rim size, I upgraded both front and rear rims to 18 inches. So for aero, I just left the front bumper stock. I like to keep the look of the BRZ. I felt the other aftermarket bumpers made it look a little too much like the FRS. Feel free to use any of these though, because they, as you can see, they don't change the PI up from A800. So if there's a certain one you like better than the stock one, feel free to choose it. And same with the wings and the rear bumpers and the side skirts. Now the hood's a different story. It does lose 5 pounds, but I don't like the way it cuts into the body line that goes from the front bumper to the hood, so I left it stock. Now let's go on to tuning. So for tires, we're going to have 29.5 in the front, 29 in the rear. For transmission, we're going to have the final drive at 4.17, first at 2.89, second 2.10, third 1.55, fourth 1.22, fifth 1.0, and sixth 0.85. For our camber, we're going to do -2 in the front, -1.8 in the rear, +0.1 toe in the front, and -0.2 in the rear. Caster angle is 5.0. Anti-roll bars, it's 21.72 in the front and 19.36 in the rear. Springs, we have 564.9 in the front and 514.9 in the rear. This may be slightly different for you, not exact, based on the weight of your car. If you chose different body mods, it can change the weight. But and then ride height, we're going to lower all the way down for the front and the rear. For damping, we're going to have the front rebound is 9.7, rear rebound is 9.3, front bump is 5.7, and rear bump is 5.3. So for braking, I'm used to 50% balance and 100% pressure. If you're used to other settings already, feel free to use those. For differential, it's going to be 38 acceleration and 38 deceleration. Now that we're done with the tune, let's take it for a test drive. So the best part about this car is the balance. You know, it's not the kind of car that's going to wow you with straight line acceleration, but the handling balance is just really, really good. The car feels really, really tight. You know, it doesn't really bias toward understeer or oversteer, but you can get both behaviors out of the car if you want to. It has a lot of grip too. I mean, 255s in the front, 295s in the rear for a car that is about 2,300 pounds with the setup we have on it. Yeah, that's more than enough tire. But it's easy to slide around when you want it to. And just as easy to bring it back in line. But let me know how you guys like this tune. As always, you know, feel free to comment if there's a certain car that you want to see a tune for. I should be able to make that happen. Like this video if you enjoyed the tune, and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll catch you guys next time.